Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. 6 of Wands, victory. You're a leader. You are a natural leader, even if you don't think you are. I feel like that you're about to get some kind of promotion or some kind of recognition for a job well done. You're about to experience a victory in your life, one that is the result of a long battle. Okay? You're about to win. Whatever you've been fighting for, you're about to win. Let's put this into some context, yeah? Let's see what this is all about. Here we have a Princess of Cups. We have a Queen of Wands. 3, look at that, 3 of Swords, wow. 7 of Swords and a 9 of Swords. You've been surrounded by just, opposing forces, a lot of resistance. The nightmare's over. Amen to that, right? The nightmare's over, you're winning. Okay? You're able now to kind of sleep easy. You're free to dream, you're free to have wishes and hopes and aspirations and make your magic, because whatever this nightmare was, it's over. The victory is here. And your life's changing. Look at that, Aeon card. The 8 of Swords. Now, a lot of Swords cards, my goodness. 2 of Cups, all the love. And the 2 of Pentacles, change. Your life is about to flip. Then again, nightmare's over. Okay? This is really, really good news. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set this down right over here with Jimbo, the Lizard King, aka Mr. Lizard, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comments right below the video. Now let's look around the room. We only see one major, and it is the Eon, Judgment, Rebirth, Reawakening card. A baptism by fire. You've gone through the fire. The nightmare is over. This is a shift to a new reality. Okay? You're jumping timelines here. We got fire. We got water. Air, 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 air. Finally, some earth there at the end. Okay? The 6 of Wands, success, praise, the victory. Something you've been working toward. Okay? And victory itself is rather simple, right? It's a lot of brave moves repeated until the door swings wide open. It's consistency. It's persistence, it's perseverance, it's courage. It's a lot of just keep knocking, keep pounding on that door until it opens. Keep trying, keep doing it. Victory itself it's a simple concept, Small, brave moves repeated until the door is opened. This is the door that's opening. You've been struggling, working hard, fighting for this, it's here. And there might be some sort of recognition or some sort of approval happening. It's a celebration. It's a win. It's an effing win, okay? Be confident. Be excited about this. Yeah, and I think you're sort of leading by example. I think that you're showing other people how it's done. I feel like you're a natural leader. I don't know that this is a group situation. It could be. It could be that this is a team that you're leading to victory. Maybe you're in some kind of a tournament or a sport or something. I don't know. It could be a lot of different things. I don't know what it is. But I know that other people are noticing you. Okay? I know that the progress now is going to do a lot for your confidence. And you're going to be even more motivated to continue. I feel like this is the win, though, that's really changing your life. Things are really flipping. Okay? And because of this win, you're also getting your Princess of Cups. This is a blessing. This is a good feeling. This is some kind of affection or inspiration. This is a gentle release. Okay? This is your now freedom, right, to express yourself, express your emotions. You're singing, you're dancing, you're making art, you're making music. This is you now being allowed to just kind of like to imagine, like dream again. You know, like the fight's over. It's kind of like the nightmare is over. You don't have to fear going to sleep at night. Now you're free to just to go to sleep and to have dreams and to have wishes and hopes and to love again and to live again and to laugh again, you know? And those dreams really are, it's like, now that you have this win and this nightmare is over, now you realize that you're free to have like all these dreams about the future. All these things are possible for you now. Do you know what I mean? So it feels really, really like happy. It feels hopeful. It feels like now you're sort of free to imagine what your future could be like, to dream up all the possibilities, to fantasize, to daydream. Yeah, really awesome energy. Really, really good. And beneath the surface, inside of you, you have this Queen of Wands. This is a rather persistent energy, you know. This is someone who is has quite a bit of confidence, has quite a bit of stature. This is somebody that's ready for it to be over. The queens of the tarot are always looking at the past, right? And it's sort of how we deal with the past, or how we transition from past to future. All the queens are like these turning point cards. Looking this way, dealing with this over here, to finally like transitioning this way, looking ahead. Giving yourself, you know, that permission to dream again. To use your imagination and dream up the future. You're ready to put this baby to bed. You're ready for it to just be over, done. The Queen of Wands is dealing with this thing, processing and ending quickly, okay? It's like as soon as you get this victory, you're done. You don't want to think about it. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to read about it in the paper. Newspapers, I don't know, blogs, a website, I don't know. You don't want to watch a video about it on YouTube. You're done with it, okay? It's that chapter of your life is closed and you're never going back. And because this is under the surface here, I feel like this is you fighting for something with all you have, because you are ready for it to be done. You're saying, I'm not going to stop until this is behind me. This is over. Clean break. Clean break. Okay? So you have this courage and bravery, this confidence, you know, and you are ready. You've summoned all of your power, and you're bringing it to bear on severing your connection with something nightmarish, I guess. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what this is. It's Saturn in Libra. This could be a legal matter. It could be a relationship. It could be it could be a relationship that's like, it has a lot of complications to it. It might be kind of like an old thing that's still haunting you. You're ready for it to finally be done. This almost feels like something that just won't go away. It's going away now, you know. And so I feel like this is the thing that you are finally cutting ties. It's an anchor that's been dragging behind your boat for too long. And now you're finally getting the win. It's like this was maybe years you've been in this fight. It's finally over. It's finally over. Now you can cry and you can leap for joy and you can whatever you need to do. It's over. Hallelujah, you know? And I think you're not going back to this. This is a release. You're releasing this anchor. And the Three of Swords is, it is something from the past, but it's something that still haunts us. It's like it's still lingering. It's a memory. It's something that we have to keep reliving the experience over and over and over again. Finally, there's closure now, and finally there's a severing of that connection, a letting go, a releasing of the anchor. You don't have to relive this every day. It's like you're in court and you have to give the testimony, you know, and you have to just talk about it again and again and again and answer questions every single day. Not anymore. I don't think it's a legal thing. I'm not a legal person, you know, by any means, but it's something that you've been having to deal with consistently, like every day. It's finally over. Maybe it's debt. Maybe it's a contract. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's a job thing. I don't know what it is. But I know that you don't like it. And I know that you don't want it haunting your life. Okay? So this is clearing up some kind of old pain. This is breaking up with it. This is you saying, I'm done. I don't want it in my life anymore. And it's out of here. Okay? Because the Seven of Swords that you have up here, what that thing was doing was preventing you, one, it's preventing you from having mental peace, mental stability. It's been upsetting you mentally, emotionally. You take the 3 away from the 7, right? 7 take away 3, 4. 4 is mental peace. 4 is like, I finally get to rest. This is the thing that's been distracting you from doing what you really want to do in life. You know? From the Princess of Cups, you're kind of following your dream. Okay, you've been trying to follow your dream, but every time you go to sleep, you're haunted by this nightmare. So if you take away this anchor, you take away this subject or this situation, what you're left with would be mental peace. You'd be left with a 4 of Swords, right? We could do tarot math, right? Tarot math is simple. You'd be left with a 4 of Swords. Peace of mind, mental stability, rest after stress. Okay? This is the thorn in your side. This is something that's been distracting you. It's always been on your mind. Every time you start to get a little happy, there's that thing again, reminding you that, it's still here. It's finally gone. You're finally conquering it, whatever it may be. And your life's changing now. Without this thing in your way, you're free to live, laugh, love, dream, imagine, yearn for things, wish for things, fantasize, and start following those dreams and manifesting those dreams. You don't have to be afraid of going to bed, you know. And so this is scattered thoughts. It's difficult to focus because I've got this stressful thing lingering in my energy. It may be something that made you doubt yourself a lot, right? That doubt is going to fade. That scattered, distracted energy is going to fade away. Okay? It's something that kind of has been occupying too much of your time. Almost, it's been wasting your time in a way. Okay? And it may be that you've started to even like not really believe that you were ever going to get past it or that it would ever really be over. Kind of extrapolating a little bit from the 3, 7, and the 9 and the 8 of Swords here. That feeling that this is a terrible thing. This is a nightmare that will just never end. It just won't go away. Yeah. And then sometimes the futility, it's kind of like I'm not even going to try to do anything because I know that Three of Swords is going to be right there haunting me. The futility of trying to go to sleep at night. I'm not even going to lay down in bed because I know what's going to happen. The futility, right? I'm not going to hope for anything or wish for anything. I'm not going to dream about anything because I know that thing's going to be right there to haunt me. But nevertheless, you had your Queen of Wands energy, which persisted, which stayed strong and courageous and brave and committed and did not lose hope. You did not quit. Okay? And now that confusion, that stress, that anger is gone. Yeah. And now you can focus on what really is important to you. Now you can follow your heart. Now you can do what you've always been dreaming of doing. Because that thing is gone. That thing is done. Okay. And the Nine of Swords, it's, that's worry. It's sleepless nights. It's been a drain on your energy. Okay. Now it's time to release that. It's time to breathe. It's time to believe that you're free of this, that this anxiety can be over now. And it might take you a while before you really just kind of start experiencing more calm energy. Okay, so do your breathing exercises, do your journaling, be kind to yourself. Your kindness to yourself is going to cure this anxiety. Because now it's like we're traumatized, That's what the Three of Swords is trauma. It's old trauma that keeps resurfacing. I feel like you're getting past it. Somehow it's a victory for you. Now, somehow you're able to let it go. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it's a breakthrough, But this is kind of saying, look, that anxiety is still lingering. Because what does trauma do? It rewires us to where we could be in a completely new situation. Something's going to trigger that anxiety and that trauma because of what happened a long time ago. So it's okay. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to go easy and be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself. I want to do a Language of Flowers affirmation card. It may take you a little while for your nervous system to calm down again. Okay? Especially with all of these Swords cards, I feel like you're going to be triggered, and that's okay. You're going to be, your sympathetic nervous system is going to be activated, and that's okay. You've got to be gentle with yourself, and eventually we'll be sleeping like babies, okay? Here we have silence. Listen more and be quiet, okay? Listen more. Listen to what your soul is telling you. Listen to what your needs are. Listen to your body. Listen to your heart. Listen to your mind. And when you need to take a break, when you need to step away from a situation, do it. Listen to your needs and honor those needs. Okay? Because it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute for us not to get anxious about everything. I feel like maybe some of you are prone to panic attacks. That this is something that even though you know intellectually, okay, I know it's gone. I know it's out of my life. But yet I'm still like getting startled by loud noises, and even in my life, that I still get startled by loud noises, dishes in the kitchen, or like cabinet doors, or even doors, room doors that are loud. I get startled by those things because of all the BS that happened when I was a kid. So it's going to take a while. We've got to be patient with ourselves. We've got to breathe through all of that. But you're getting the win. Whatever this nightmare is, it's over. But just like any kid that, let's say I have a 5-year-old daughter, and sometimes she gets nightmares. For maybe it's just for a few days at a time, she'll have nightmares. And she'll just kind of, she'll have a few nightmares, a few nights in a row, and she'll be like, I don't want to go to bed, And it's like, are you still having nightmares? No, but I don't want to have them, so I don't want to go to bed. So even though the actual thing is over, right, there's still this nervousness that it's going to happen again, or this expectation that it's not really gone. It's like, it's like in all the horror movies, when it's just like you think you've defeated the evil, thing, the monster of the movie, but there's still 20 minutes of the movie left. So you're pretty sure the monster's coming back to life, right? Happens 9 times out of 10. Watch any horror movie. First time they defeat the monster, nope. It's coming back. It comes back at least once in every movie. And that's the anxiety. It's like we're waiting for it to happen again. We're waiting for it to come back. We're waiting to, for the other shoe to drop or something. And that's going to be there for a minute, okay? Now, I want you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. These readings are totally free. I want you to tell me which card on the path of the dove resonates with you the most, okay? And don't forget about our Patreon if you want to go find me over on Patreon, okay? Your general energy is the Eon card. Judgment, a rebirth, a reawakening. The nightmare is over. We're waking up to a new life. We're waking up to our heart again. Now our heart can breathe. Our heart can beat. Our heart can love again. Now we can feel good. And when you're in all of this anxiety, it's like your heart can never really settle. It's like you're afraid to even get cozy in bed because you're waiting to be like, shaken awake or something, right? That we're nervous about enjoying something because we're waiting for the trauma again. I think we're free of that. This is a realization, yeah. It's helping us move forward. I think that this is the acceptance of that fact that the past is over. And we're okay. And we're now free. That door is shut. Nothing's coming through that door. Okay, so we're free to be the Princess of Cups and just free to relax, And think about it, when you're in that heightened anxiety state, when your sympathetic nervous system is fully activated like these swords would suggest, it's very hard to relax. It's very hard to actually enjoy something because you're nervous. You're looking over your shoulder. You can't enjoy what you're doing, I feel like this is the realization that we can now, We're awakening. We're noticing the signal under the noise and we're choosing it. We're listening to our heart and we're trusting in this and we're trusting in the victory. We're believing in it, okay? I think you're someone who speaks up for themselves. I feel like you're advocating for yourself. You spoke up. You spoke clearly. People heard you. The universe heard you, and that door closed. Okay? You've finished something, and now you're giving yourself permission to begin again. This is a second chance. This is saying the old universe has been crushed to dust. The dustbin of history, right? And the new universe is a blank slate for you to build. This is you feeling very this is you with a lot of desires about what you want your life to feel like. This is all the princesses or the pages of the tarot are the explorers. This is the emotional explorer. You're exploring different desires about what kind of life you want. Okay? And feeling the freedom to do that. Feeling like you're being given kind of a second chance, It feels freeing. This is a renewal. Okay? This is a divine doorway. Let's do a divine doorway oracle card. Secret sketches. Wander and seek the familiar and friendly kind. Draw memories and sketches for others to find. Part of this may be that the way for you to kind of keep that door closed, I know this might sound a little bit counterintuitive or paradoxical, but the way to keep the door closed is to share your experience with others. And that kind of goes against the idea of like making it disappear and forgetting about it and like completely cutting the cord. I don't want to think about it anymore. But now it's saying draw memories and sketches for others to find. So it could be that you're trying to channel some of that into art or music or some sort of creative expression. More so than giving people lectures about it, or like sharing your story like you're just gonna give talks and you're gonna talk about it every day and like you're gonna tell your story up on stage, you know. No, maybe you're gonna tell your story and you're going to express that emotional energy through art or singing or dancing or poetry or music or visual arts or, you know, I don't know, whatever. Fictional writing, prose, any of those kinds of things. It's very interesting as maybe a way to like, as a way to push through, as a way to get to the other side of something. Okay. The Eight of Swords here is really it's overthinking, I think, right? It's too many opinions. It's clouded judgment. Yeah. It's making something too complex. And it really is part of this nightmare. Okay, and so I think that this is still going to be some lingering energy for you. This is a lingering energy of self-sabotage. And, you know, we can get out of self-sabotage when we listen and honor our own needs. That is going to be crucially important for you. You're not trapped anywhere. You are returning to simplicity and peace. Okay. And the mind is going to have a tendency to overcomplicate things and to create a tangle of wires. And I think it's up to us to continue to try to stabilize our mental energy. It's not easy, but we have to know that we're not trapped. And this is kind of a little bit of that panic attack energy. We need to breathe. Okay? Overthinking is a loop. And sometimes to get out of that loop, we just need to take a step. Sometimes to get out of that loop, we need to redirect our thoughts, or we need to breathe, or we need to do all of these things. Okay? We need love. We need to feel as if love is available to us and love is safe. We need to find this love, accept this love that is reciprocal. Okay? A relationship that is going to continue to get stronger because it's honest. So it may be a new friendship, it may be a romance that's kind of in the cards right now for you. There might be some kind of a twin flame thing going on for some of you. This is a relationship that is mutually beneficial and nurturing, empowering, and this is healing. This is self-love, divine love, platonic love, and romantic love. Celebrate love in all of its forms. The Princess of Cups is easing into the idea that, hey, it's okay for me to love again. It's safe for me to have dreams again. Okay? And this is the urge to merge. This is the attraction. This is you feeling like it's safe for you to desire something and to go after what you desire. This doesn't have to be about a bad relationship or anything. This could be business. This could be a financial thing we're talking about. It's okay for you to love something and be attracted to it and want to go toward it. Whether it's a person, a destination, maybe you fell off the horse. You know, this is you allowing yourself now it's safe to get back on the horse. Yeah. This is alignment that feels real, feels true. It doesn't feel forced. Okay? Follow your authenticity. Togetherness, right? Making the choosing love. And it's not easy to choose love when you've been through this nightmare. Okay? But love is out there and available for you. And I think this is a good time to consider, or to begin to realize that that this is over. Okay. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles is, the physical change, the actual, like your life is flipping. Okay. Whatever the nightmare was, it's over. You have been victorious. And you're free to choose love. You're free to kind of go where you need to go and do what you need to do, whether we're talking, romantic love, whether we're talking, business or finances, or even physical freedom. Okay. The Two of Pentacles is balance and flow. Okay. Choosing freely. Okay. In other words, it's kind of like when there is that Three of Swords, and if we want to call that trauma, or we want to call that a particular relationship, or something, a friendship maybe, whatever it is, when that Three of Swords influences your behavior, when you have to change the way you do things or change the choices you make because of that, you're not free. Okay, let's say this is a friend that, kind of is, or a person that's manipulative, or they are, they're passive aggressive, or whatever you want to call it. And you have to change the way you do things in life so that you don't trigger that person or set that person off or cause a big argument with that person. That's not really freedom, right? When you're changing your behavior and your choices out of fear, end of sentence, that's not freedom. Okay? And I think the victory here is you getting away from that type of energy, getting away from that fear. Now you can choose to do the things you need to do, live your life how you want to, behave in a way that's natural for you, and not feeling that you have to alter your behavior out of fear, for that Three of Swords, right? Let's look at the mystery card. Okay. I don't know what this is going to be. I want it to be some good water energy, probably. I think a 6 of something would be great. If you have a prediction, Gemini, put it in the comments down below. Let's see. A 10 of Pentacles. Well, that is your best life. This is the life that you are creating. You've got your pets, your plants, your people. This is your good life. You're free to create your good life now, to take steps toward that. You are not dragging that anchor behind you. You're not having to alter your plans or your choices out of fear. You don't have to peek around every corner. You're free to live your life how you need to and build the life that you want. This is your best life. This is the good life. It's the best news I've ever seen, right? We're free of that thing. And now you can focus on what really matters and build the life that really matters. And this is both financial and family and health and all of the things, everything. Everything good that you want in your life is in here. And now you get to do that in a way that feels much easier without all of this anxiety, without this nightmare, without this lingering anchor energy, if that's a person, a place, a thing, whatever it is. It's not there anymore. It's not in your life any longer. And you're free. Now we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, we'll do an I Ching hexagram, we'll do some oracle cards, we'll clarify love and money, we'll do the yes, no coin. There's a link in the corner, there's a link down below. New readings for Gemini, Wednesdays and Sundays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.